You can hear me and then we can begin. Okay, okay, great. Let's start. Well, thank you for the game. Um, you know, could probably go about this backwards. Okay, so here, maybe something like this. Let me shut off and mute that. Okay, so maybe you could try to hold on like this. Uh, only thing is, I'd be able to keep piling up pressure like that. I hope you kind of picked up how I was using pawns this game in order to build up an attack. You know, because my king position wasn't very strong, I had to make sure that I didn't allow you to get a whole lot in hand. Otherwise, you could counterattack. So by using pawns, it helps out with that. It ends up making squares and inroads towards your king. Yeah, like that. So when you're attacking yourself, please remember stuff like this. The foundation for most attacks you know, typically is with pawns. So maybe you can take instead, and I'll probably do something like that. And I don't know. The thing is, I might be able to throw a move in like this, almost to see what you do. How would you respond against this? Actually, it doesn't look very good because it's too slow. I'd actually just ignore it. What you could do is maybe something like this, just to drive the goal back. Um, you see, my attack is kind of slowed down, so it buys you time on this side. Because the main threat is, let's say you do something. Uh, excuse me. Yeah, the thing is, I guess I could try like this. Um, and if you do like this, I might be able to take the silver. Hmm. Maybe something like that. See, I'm out of pawns now. Hmm. On the other hand, maybe I can Yeah. So probably, I don't know, maybe like that. Yeah, I still have some work to do. But then, excuse me. Yeah, this is actually not so good. Okay. So on this move, uh, maybe you can play differently than this. That was kind of slow. What do you call this situation over here on in front of your rook? What's the term for it? Yes, very, very heavy. So it's going to take quite a while for you to clear this area and activate your rook. So instead of this move, is there another move you could play? Defense. You don't have a pawn though. Yes, quick escape. That way you also take care of my 7-6 pawn threat. So this is a way to resist. Okay, and much better. You're not going to get, it's going to take a long time for me to get to your king. And even though this side of the board's kind of heavy right now, uh, I think I don't think I have enough to continue making serious threats. So you should still be winning at this point, I think. Okay. Okay, and please remember this move. You see, I'm giving up, offering to give up a lance, and look how much time I gained from it. It's pretty dramatic, and the cost of the lance actually wasn't that much in comparison to the time that I gained from it. This is sort of a slowing down. This is like a slowing down sacrifice. Maybe you can just capture. And you threaten to promote, so if I don't know, do the same thing. You notice your king is all the way out here, but I have less and less to attack you with. So I'm gonna have to worry about your king entering. Um, I don't know, maybe this? But then you see, there's almost no way to follow up. Though I could try to harass your rook. But yeah, I really, after this, hard for me to continue. Hmm. I guess if I took this way, what can you play? Yeah, um, I don't know. I don't think I can stop your king from entering. So if you do that, I'm going to be completely lost. I don't know. Do you have time just to do this? I mean, what threats do I have? I don't know. Maybe try to make a token or something. But then you do this. Because if I take, then your king can get in. I mean, your rook can get in. That means that I can't take the silver. So you gain an attacking move here. So I'll probably have to move the king here. And maybe if you do this, then something like this will happen. Well, actually, maybe you move the rook here. That way you threaten to take my horse and then get your rook into play. Yeah, this thing looks completely busted. I'd probably have to avoid it. Let's say here. Hmm. So the question would be, how do you continue to attack? I don't know. What do you think of this position? I guess I do have a threat of 2-8 token and 3-8 token, but I don't know. I don't know if it's quick enough. I don't think it is. What do you think? Yeah, yeah, it is kind of annoying. Yeah, what happens if you do a move like this? And then, I don't know. You might, the thing is, you might even be able to sack the rook. This token is huge. Let's say you take like this, and then you see how am I going to use the rook immediately? I don't think I can. Maybe you do something like this. Just threaten a mate in one. I think I'm just busted here. Yeah. So by sacrificing the rook, you no longer have to worry about it being attacked. So, sort of a direct way of addressing the problem. Yeah, and the nice thing is that it works too. Okay. So yeah, you notice around this time I started to kind of confuse the issue. I'm It's almost like, like a squid or an octopus when they're being attacked. What do? They spray a cloud of ink and they make things murky. So when you're in a losing position, what you have to do is aim to make the thing as unclear as possible. So that's what these moves end up doing. So what should you have done here? Just take the pawn. Okay. Then, what next? I don't know, you said clearest route, no counterplay by taking the pawn, but I I don't know, this looks kind of annoying. Yeah, when you're defending really bad positions, you look for annoying moves like this and kind of nagging counterplay. King takes. Okay, and then this. Actually, or even this. That might actually be better. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. What happens if you do this? Yeah, the only thing is it blocks in your bishop for the time being. Maybe I can do it like this. Hmm. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. So maybe you can just ignore it and do that. I don't think I have enough to do anything serious. Yeah, you could escape diagonally. In the meantime, one of the main things that you have to do is promote your rook and make sure that the scenario that happened in the game isn't played out. If you're going to spend that much time trying to engineer a breakthrough, make sure that the rook ends up promoting. Otherwise, it's kind of like wasted time. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe if I do this, I don't know. Think I have that good of a follow-up. Maybe you can just push here. So you make more space for your king. So you attack and defense. I'm definitely losing this one. So yeah, attacking the gold and then attacking the king. Well, actually, you're defending the king by attacking the gold. You're also attacking my king too. Yeah, this is just lost. But instead of taking, maybe you could also just promote. That way you notice my knight is still back here. And if I grab like this, you can just do it like that. I don't think I have a good follow-up. Actually, you could throw this check in first. Yeah, maybe throw this check in first. And then like that. And you can even slowly just kill off the lance. So this one I don't have counterplay. Well, I don't have meaningful counterplay. I guess I could try doing like this, but yeah, I don't have enough to wait. Check. But then you grab here and then you threaten the lance. Yeah, this is no good. So you notice you're getting in your active moves first before deciding to do any defense. Because if you get in an active move, you force me to defend, and that helps your the defense around your king because I have less to attack with, and I also have to worry about counterattacks. So one of the best ways to defend is just to attack. Here, I don't know if I should have just pushed this immediately, but anyway. Yeah, if you wanted to kind of keep the bishop's diagonal open, maybe you could have played this at some point. And then you could thread the silver up. Well, you could, oops, sorry. You could thread the silver up like this. Here or here. So that way this guy stays happy. Nice and open. Yeah, one of the what's the weakness of this Ten Shukaku Mino? Yeah. That's why I ended up pushing like this, so I could attack these two squares. Yeah. So if you wanted to increase the defense of oh, the defense around your king, what should you have played? Uh, well, actually, I mean at this point in the game, is there a way to defend the king's head better? Yes. Can do it like this. And you notice that because I don't have a lance, I can't do anything against your king on the edge. So that really helps your case. If something like this, you can just push the silver away. So if I do like this, you can just, okay, I threatened to play 8-5 pawn, so you chase the gold away. Um, you can do a structure like this if you want to increase the protection at the front. Okay, they call this Hashigyoku Ginkan. It's a very long name. So Hashi, edge, Gyoku is the king. Ginkan is short for Ginkan Muri. So Hashigyoku Ginkan. Say it over and over. Just try it. Yeah, Hashigyoku Ginkan. Yeah. Aside from that, Is there anything else? I suppose you could have uh, simply exchanged it earlier. Hmm. And this pawn move does make sense because my edge is weak. Uh, I suppose another thing you could do is try to aim for the other edge, like that. If I do something like this, actually maybe you can exchange this guy first. I don't know, and then maybe use the hineri bisha type of idea. Just slide the rook over. This position looks really promising. So you have a pawn in hand, and you also threaten to attack on the edge. So this is actually going to come in pretty quickly. I don't know, maybe like this. I don't have really quick counterplay or anything, so you're just going to make a token and grab the knight. And that means if I want to prevent that edge attack, I can, but you notice that the silver is kind of stuck here. So very inefficient use of the silver just to protect against an edge attack that's probably not going to come now. Because if I move it to a more efficient square, then the attack comes. So it's just totally relegated to a defensive role. So you essentially screw up my development by doing that. Yeah. But so doing the stuff like this isn't joseki, but you can use even game ideas to play handicap games. And since you've been studying Hinari Bisha, you might as well try to do stuff like this in your handicap games, because it'll end up working. Okay. Yeah, that or this. Okay. And if you actually wanted to castle, let's say you opt for a slower continuation. If you wanted to castle, you just do like normal, or you can keep the king on 3-9. Let's see. Keep the king here, or move it up here if you want. So rook can go here too, and then exchange pawns, or you can play this immediately. A lot of different things you can do, but the game's clearly going in the direction that you want it to. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using this ginkan, well, a ginkan or a tenshu kakumino. It just isn't the fastest thing to do. But yeah, I didn't want to go too far into the opening. But did you have any questions? Okay, go ahead. Why drop a pawn during the 2-3 on 2-3 during the rook pawn exchange? You mean now? Um, well, at the moment, my king is stuck to the protection of the silver, so I'm eventually going to have to play a pawn drop. I guess I could also consider doing this. You see, right now you threaten to drop a pawn here, so this would make my shape worse. But I don't know. I might have. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, you're gonna be starting to get moves against my castle pieces. So if I drop a pawn here, the problem with this is that you notice it kind of sticks out. So eventually you might start being able to attack this point. Maybe I'll do like this. Okay, threatening like this. You notice the pawns come into contact with each other. We were talking about that yesterday. A lot of attacks start when pawns hit each other like that because exchanges occur. Maybe you can just get sabaki for the knight. If I do like this, I don't know, you might push here. That's one of the weaknesses about the four-piece handicap. The edge is very weak. So no matter what I develop, I leave a weakness. But maybe you can play like here. Oh, but maybe I have enough to just sack. It's too bad this bishop wasn't hitting anything. And you could sack it for more material. There might actually be a good breakthrough. But just with the rook, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Uh, Maybe you can start out the shikake like this. And then maybe this will work. Hmm. Wait, give me a sec. Oh, now you threaten here. Is it better? Is it? Yeah, it might be better without the pawn sacrifice. That way the opponent won't have anything in hand. Yeah, just like that. Rook somewhere, and then you throw. I don't have pawns in hand, so you threaten like here. But yeah, I was worried about this becoming a target. That's why I didn't go into this kind of line. So at some point, I thought I'd have to play here. So I did it immediately. Does that make sense? Did you have any other questions? Okay. So what did you learn today? We went over this in one of our first lessons, but I learned to defend by making situation as sticky as confusing as possible. Yeah, but in this case, I was the one with the bad position, so I was the one defending. Yeah. Okay. So, what else did you learn? Yes. So you learned that you don't want heavy positions. Then what else? So there's heavy positions. Also, yeah, that was the main thing, the rook promotion. And as for castles, what did you learn? Yeah, that had to do with Aji, lingering Aji. But yeah, if you defended correctly, it wouldn't have been enough. So about castles, what did you learn? Yeah. Okay, so Hashigyoku Ginkan. Okay, and I guess the final thing is, what did you learn about pawns in attack? Yeah, pawns come in contact with each other, and so there's exchanges. Yeah. So this really opens things up. So uh, a lot of attacks, it begins with the pawn clashes like this. Okay, and the final thing was about that alternate that I showed, that alternative opening that I showed you with this one. Yeah. In handicap games, you can make use of even game openings and still do very well. So you can try using your even game openings against large handicaps like this, and you'll do fine. Yeah, yeah. That's a general principle that I wanted you to get. So if you're studying Hinari Bisha, you ask yourself, is there a way I can make it work here? And to me, just at a glance, it looks like it'll work perfectly. So you combine ideas that you learned before with this, and then on the other hand, you were studying Tenshu Kakumino, so I guess that counts too. Okay, so I guess that's it for this game. Thank you again, and thank you to all our viewers. If you found that you enjoyed this and learned something from it, please consider supporting the stream with donations. You can do that by clicking on the blue Pac-Man ghost. I'm also available for private lessons. You can reach me at alexi2539@gmail.com, and please also join us on Discord. Let's see, I'll leave a link. I'll leave a link in the chat. Thank you again for joining me. Take care. Bye.